comes in, jab, jab, boom! I thought I was done. I thought I was done. And what is up, internet, people of the world? I am back with another one. Super excited, big milestone I've reached today. 10 subscribers. I've only been doing this less than 2 months. I've hit that 10 subscribers. It was one of my milestones that I wanted to get. Wow, I don't really want to pat myself on the back, but I'm going to pat myself on the back. This is huge. It's something, in the beginning when I started putting up videos, I thought, man, no one's going to watch. And so I kind of was just doing it anyways. My whole idea was, let me archive a whole lot of footage. Let me put work into at least 50 episodes. I want to do at least 10 episodes before my birthday. My birthday is on the 13th of October. I was born on Friday the 13th. That's a whole other story. But what I was trying to say is that I hit 10. That's my milestone. I'm happy about it. So everybody who subscribed, you wouldn't even be able to know how far it goes, how far I appreciate it. And I know a lot of people say a lot of different things that, oh, it's only 10. How about getting a couple of million? And I'm happy. I'm grateful with the whole thing. From here on, my next goal will be 50 subscribers. Then it'll be 100 and maybe even 1,000 sometime. So I'm very happy. I'm very chilled. It's been a crazy week. I feel like I haven't done this in a very long time. And then I checked. It's been just over a week, so not that long. But right now, I'm super happy. 10 subscribers, so smash that like button if to help me out. If you dig this milestone. Anyway, so something I was thinking about, and I gave a lot of opinions on UFC 228, and obviously it didn't go the way I thought it would go. Once again, me, as well as a lot of other people, we undersold Tyron Woodley. Look here. And the other thing is, Woodley has always been one of my favorite fighters. But he just started getting irritating to me. That's it. Him as a person, he just started getting irritating. And I didn't like it. And I just thought he's full of excuses. And obviously, one of my favorite fighters of all time is Conor McGregor. And so when Conor comes out and he says he'll fight anybody at any time, and then goes out and does it and wins, or doesn't win, he's putting it all out there. Whereas Woodley could do that, but he doesn't want to win. He doesn't want to lose. I don't know what's going on with him. But the thing is, when you pick everything, when you're picking out this, you're picking out that, and you don't want to fight this person, you don't want to fight that person, I get upset. I get irritated. And the reason because of that is because when I was competing in jiu-jitsu, I didn't care who it was. My first ever jiu-jitsu competition, and I'll post videos about this, I'm not even lying, I lost every single bout, but I immediately went to the advanced. I fought the best guys who were pro fighters or guys who were becoming pro fighters, like one amateur fight away from becoming a pro. I fought them. I go watch EFC, which is the Extreme Fighting Championships, and I watch people who I competed against. I have no time to sandbag. That's what they call it. It's when you sandbag. It's when you stay down in the lower ranks and you beat guys and you get pumped up and you think you're the best. But then when it comes to the real fights, when it comes to the real competition, you get wiped out. I go straight. I don't care who it is. I would fight. I had my first MMA fight on about 3 to 4 MMA classes that I was still testing the waters with. And Some people can say I'm crazy. Other people can say, wow, I'm brave, but I believe in myself. And so that's why I can't relate to someone. Obviously, on that level, it's much higher. You know, it's way up there. You got you got a family to take care of. There's a whole lot of things involved with money and things. You have to kind of treat it like a business career. But I don't relate to it. That's why I like Connor's whole aspect, his whole perspective on the game. Like, okay, let's fight. People don't realize is that most of Connor's fights that he won, it's all short notice, and the guy pulled out. I mean, I'm trying to think of that guy from American Top Team. I think Miller, something Miller. He's the thin guy with the beard. He has the ATT tattooed on his bicep. Can't remember what his name is now. If you know what it is, just comment down below. It's really gonna sit on my brain right now. It's sitting on my head, but it's Dan Miller's brother. Dan Miller's brother is something Miller. I can't even think about it now. Anyways, him and Connor had a conference call. They were supposed to fight, and it was back and forth, and you could just see how he was being broken down. And eventually, he pulled out the fight, and then Connor fought someone else and he beat that person as well. So this is what I like about fighters who put it out there, put it out on the line, and who don't play safe with things. But anyways, so that's what irritates me about the whole Tyron Woodley situation, is that he's a guy who he wants to fight specific people. Also, I do feel when he fought Rory McDonald, he just looked bad. He said he had flu. He was trapped against the cage. Rory picked him apart. And look here, let's be honest. Rory is one of the best in the world. It's just he had two tough fights with Robbie Lawler, and was it two tough fights? Yeah, two tough fights with Robbie Lawler, and he got smashed. So I think when you take a big beating like that, it's very hard to come back. And so about the fight, people might want to say, but what do you know about fighting? It's like, I have fought before. I've fought kickboxing. I've fought MMA. I have fought straight boxing. I have been in jiu-jitsu matches. So my knowledge of fighting comes from an actual place. It's not like I'm just like no disrespect to Ariel Helwani, he's doing his thing, but he's a guy who's never trained in his life before. You know, he's just one of the guys who sit behind. A lot of the time, that is why I have a lot of criticism about him, because at the end of the day, I have actually more insight. Brendan Schaub actually has more insight than Ariel Helwani, Chael Sonnen, those guys. They've actually been in there. They actually know what this and that is about. And so I'm just, the way Till fought Woodley is how I fought a similar type of opponent in my boxing fight. And I'm going to show this footage to everybody watching. I actually found my boxing fight, which happened last year, December or November, I think December. Me and my friend, I had to pull out of a fight. I couldn't make the weight. I couldn't make 60 kilograms. My friend could. He replaced me. Always thankful for that. But I needed to end off the year with a fight, because, you know, you train this whole time to fight someone, and then you can't do it. And so I fought. I went down to a gym. I went to a boxing gym, and and it was sort of a white collar type of fight. You know, you got headgear on and stuff, amateurs. And I went down there and I said, look here, I hear you guys are having an event. It's called Blood, Sweat and Tears. Let me fight someone. This is my first boxing fight ever. These guys looked at me and my friend, and they thought we were trying to sandbag. They thought we were going to come there and try and knock some amateurs out. And I mean, if I look at myself, I mean, I don't look dangerous, but they got that sort of energy. My hair was still short though, which is like something else. But anyways, we get there, and these guys are like, they're looking at us. They're not sure if we're trying to pull the wool over their eyes. And I'm saying, look, it's my first boxing fight. I've done MMA, I've done kickboxing. And he was saying, but if you've done kickboxing, you know how to fight and stuff. And I'm just saying, yes, but not boxing. The rules are different. You know, it's only with the hands. I'm used to shooting in for a takedown if I'm tired on the feet, or at least clinching in and throwing some punches. But anyways, so we go there and we end up getting opponents. Our opponents from the gym, I mean, are the people who train people at the gym. The guys who work at the gym are our opponents. And I didn't realize this until there's a dog barking in the back, don't worry about that. Until I got to the weigh-ins and I got to the stare down, and I'm thinking, wow, isn't this one of the guys that I saw training someone yesterday? And what happened was they put us up against two tough guys. The guy I fought had knocked out 8 people in a row, all knockouts, boop, boop, boop. And so I never knew that. They only told me that afterwards, because you could see, I told the guys, look here, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this whole thing. I mean, this is my first, I mean, if you go into any fight, you're nervous. But let me just walk you through the fight, and this is going to be interesting. But all I'm saying is this. I had the same game plan as what Darren Till had against Woodley. When someone is that strong, someone is that powerful, you have to be the matador against the bull. You've got to make them miss. You've got to make them tire. You got to make their shots less and less powerful. And that's a good game plan. It's a very good game plan, because what happens afterwards, as they start tiring, what ends up happening is that the shots become less and less powerful, and your range starts coming into effect, and you're able to land and move, and they keep shooting and missing. But I'm going to play the fight now. It's going to be awesome. I haven't seen this fight in a long time, so this is a pure reaction. I'm getting nervous now that I'm going to put it on, so let's check it out. Okay, so this is the fight. This was the venue, Blood, Sweat and Tears. My friend Alan. This is my training partner, the guy who we went to the gym with. This is my opponent. His name's Hammocks. Strong guy, this dude over here. Like I said, I fought someone like Woodley, a knockout artist. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking, but this dude is strong, I promise you. I'm gonna have to turn the sound down when I come out, because I came out to Post Malone Rockstar, and I know copyright will go off crazy. This dude over here, Hammocks, strong guy, knocked many people out. I just have to turn that down, you know. It was a good song to come out to. The thing is, this guy over here, he just tells me, don't come out so quickly. Let your song play a bit. And so, a lot of people, literally in the crowd, a lot of people were thinking that I was scared or something. Like, they couldn't get me out of the locker room. And then afterwards, I had to explain to them, no, I literally was told, hey, let your song play. Which was nice, because it gave me like that whole WWE moment of, on that moment as the beat drops, you come out going, there we go. You know, I have that bravado, like I said in one of my previous videos, that's my coach Jason, is that the whole Muhammad Ali, Conor McGregor, you know, the John Jones, those are the people I sort of internalize. See, his name is Tyson, that's his nickname. Hamex Tyson Panda or something. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, this guy probably has knockout power. He's probably gonna take my head clean off. But I'm in it now. This is white collar. I mean, you had to wear a vest. What you gonna do, pal? And then they played the song again. But I mean, as you can see, I'm ready to go. I was in very good shape. I'm the bigger guy. Clearly, I'm longer. Bit of that swag attitude. Hey, let's go. Now, at this point, I'm so nervous right now. I'm super nervous. There's the jab. Boom, boom, boom. As you can see, the whole thing was, he actually kneed me in the head right there, in all honesty. Sorry to bring it back, but there, he kneed me. I actually moved and he kneed me in the head. And so I was wobbly there. But like I said, the matador against the bull. Boom, and he's just throwing and I'm moving. Throwing and I'm moving. Moving, moving, moving. Boom. He landed. This is what I don't understand. The referee stops it there. But he landed one punch that kind of let me rock back a little bit. I went back slightly. And then he's just throwing a lot. If you slow down the video, you'll see he misses a lot. I'm moving. He misses so many times. And then look at me. I even complained to the ref. I'm like, what are you talking about, ref? I'm fine. Let him come fight. Let him. And then the ref was like, no, don't talk back to me. So now I'm, boom, a nice right hand. Boom, boom. I don't know why so many people scream from the sidelines. Because they don't know what's going on. Oh, 1-2. Hands down. Boom, boom. First, look here. Let's keep in mind, it's the first boxing fight. Boom, hands up, hands up. Range there, nice 1-2. They caught me with a nice right. At this point, I'm realizing, hey, I can do this. This guy, I can feel he's got a lot of power, but at the same time, I'm still in it. Still a lot of, you see, my hit and pull, you know, that I'm landing nice shots. Oh, that was a bit wingy. I wouldn't mind to get in a boxing fight again. And at this point, I'm super tired. And it was more fatigue. But I realized I know if I play the game slightly, if I play the game just a little bit, if I just act, because I mean it's amateur, so the referee's always going to jump in. I realized, hey, I can catch my breath quickly. And then, so I wasn't really hurt. And then that was the end of the first round. And if you go back and count how many shots I landed and how many shots he landed, I'm landing way more punches. It's round 2. So yeah, I got a bit overconfident because I realized he's missing a lot. He's missing a lot of these punches. And now I realize, hey, I can clinch him. I forgot about that. As the bigger man, I can clinch him. But then I got overconfident. Boom, tags me. Tags me big. Let's have another look. Separate. He comes in. Jab, jab. Boom! I thought I was done. In all honesty. When I stood up and I was looking around, I was like, I'm finished. And then I realized, you know what? All my friends are watching me. All these people are watching me. Let me just go out and get knocked out. So now I'm like, my head is so hazy right now. Anybody who's ever been, and once again, if you slow the tape down, look carefully, he's missing a lot of punches and he's getting tired. And now I'm just like, at least I can try take his head off. I'm gonna at least try take his head off. Well, this is one of the best fights I've ever seen, to be honest, and been a part of. There's a nice right. Boom. See, now a lot of people were so surprised here because I'd already been dropped. But at the same, he caught me with a nice body shot there. Now I sort of got my feet back under me. He's throwing big punches, but I just feel so confident that he's not going to put me out. And he's tired now. Now he realizes, ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to finish this guy off now. And now we start trading. And anybody who gets in any fight, MMA, kickboxing, boxing, they know I'm super tired right now. And he's just throwing. And that was the end of the second round. Wow, what a fight. Third round comes, I'm in it. You know, it's me, you know. This is where I realized this is the most irritating thing of all. Touch gloves for the final round. Let's go. Now I'm in my zone. Someone hits the lights off. Boom, boom. Oh, what a fight! What a fight! Honestly, what a fight! Now I'm feeling my range. Now I'm feeling my range. Boom, boom. Uppercut. Now watch this. Watch very carefully. I'm going to slow it down, but watch what happens here. It's an old trick in combat sports. When you're tired, boom. You spit the mouthpiece. It buys you time. Watch carefully. He has a blue mouth guard. He spits it out. And it's when he did that, I've seen MMA. Watch. Boom. And he goes, oh, sorry, my mouthpiece went out. But he's just buying time. In his head, he's just thinking, what on earth did I get myself into? This guy's insane. There you see the Ali shuffle. And now I'm finding my range. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, man, I wish there was another round. There was only 3 rounds in this whole fight. And now I'm finding my range beautifully. I'm just landing and moving it back. And now the ref stops it again and he says, oh, put the mouthpiece in. So I'm thinking, this guy is just trying to buy time. He's tired. As fights go on, I get better. And now I'm just finding that range. Step, move, step. But obviously I'm tired as well. But he's way more tired because he thought he was going to put me out. Boom. See, the thing is, as long as you keep that active jab going, boom, boom, step out, step around, you know, back to the center, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Boom, step back, tack, boom, boom, hands down, come on in, bing, bing. And that was the end of the fight. On top of the ropes, crazy. That's all I can say. Wow. That's the craziest thing. Fight ended up being a draw, which was weird as well. But you know it was crazy. I went into the back to get changed, into my normal clothes. I go to the back. They're clapping their hands. Everybody's saying, oh, you're my favorite fighter of the night. You're my favorite fighter of the night. I then go to the back and I see him. He's fully clothed in everything that he fought in. And he's in the shower with the cold water open. And he's got his hands against the wall. And he looks up at me and he's like, well done, brother. Well done, brother. And his coaches are just screaming at him. How do you let this guy from MMA come here and beat you up? Every single one of his coaches came to me and they said, we want you to come train with us. You've got the heart. You can do boxing. They were telling me, forget MMA. There's money in boxing. There's big money in boxing. You know how good you can become. That's your first fight. Going on with be crazy. And this is what I'm trying to say. I got this like beam of light on my face right now. So trust me, I know. I know people are commenting probably. But this is what I'm saying. I know fighting. I'm a very good fighter. It just wasn't the path for me. But as you see, I can talk it and I can bring it at the same time. And so what I was saying about Woodley versus Till is that Woodley versus Till would have gone down exactly like this, where to the later round, Tyron would have started getting tired and Till would have picked up. The difference is though, just think about this. How similar is my fight to the Woodley Till fight? Because in the second round, that's when Woodley dropped him. In the second round, I got dropped in the second round. So you might even be able to say that if it was MMA and he went into my guard, elbow as well as amateur, but you know, you can actually, there's a lot of comparisons you can make between my fight and Till's fight. And so this is why I'm saying, if Till could get past that barrage of Woodley, if he could get tired, he would be able to do something, start picking it up, and then do what Rory McDonald did to Tyron Woodley when he had him against the cage there and he was blitzing him to the body and blitzing him to the face. And that's just that. But very exciting watching my fight again. I've also done jiu-jitsu, I told you, and I do have some of the footage. I'm not sure where it is exactly. But even just that, I trained hard. Even for this boxing fight, I trained hard. You'll see I'll show you some clips right now. I kind of vlogged it, you know, me walking to gym, me doing this. The video footage might be skew though, because I recorded most of the things on my phone. But I will show you some clips of where my nose is bleeding in training, I'm doing some jiu-jitsu. If you just look over here, actually this is the weigh-ins. I can also show, this is the weigh-ins. I probably should have showed this first. So as you can see, lean. This is what I'm saying. Right now I'm like a little bit bigger because I've been off. This was the fight. This was the weigh-ins. Right up in the guy's face. And then this over here. It's the Conor McGregor, the death stare. I was lean. Man, six pack and all. Do you know what I'm saying? So I trained hard for this fight. I put in the work. I'm trying to remember what clip it was where I'm not sure which one it is. And this is me just engaging the whole, I can actually rotate this, I think. Oh no. Anyways, it's a bit skew. I'm not sure how to rotate this. But anyways, I was out there. I know it's a bit skew now, so if you're on your phone, just turn it to the left. But listen to what I say. Yo, so just finished the weigh-in. Quite a stocky little guy. It's probably gonna be tough, but this is what I train for. So
What are you doing?
don't swear on my YouTube clip.
Sorry. Did you guys steal your dog?
So yeah, I just did the weigh-ins. Feeling good, sitting at the beach. I mean, we. Beach, chilling. The thing is, it was good stare down, good face off, and yeah, let's do it.
Really?
and that's it. I mean, I know it's a bit skew, my bad, but that's just the whole thing. I mean, what else do I have to say about it? It was an intense fight. I'm celebrating 10 subscribers. Super grateful, as I said. This is gonna be a shorter episode, but I really just did want to show my fight and show people that, hey, oh, this guy, he can actually fight. I mean, he's not just talking nonsense. And super happy, great week. I mean, RIP Mac Miller. I mean, everybody out there, we all have pain, we all have things going on. I'm not here to judge anybody. So people need to really understand that we live in a crazy world today where we get told we can't do this and we can't do that and we can't truly be ourselves. I mean, for a long time, when I told people, hey, what if I just get on YouTube? I know I said before people told me to get on YouTube, but even before they even told me that, I said straight, I was like, getting on YouTube and doing something different, doing something that's me. And people would shun it, oh, but what you gonna do for money? That's always that big question that some of these, I like to call it the old guard, people who are raised in a different time. And so what happens is they know, go to school, get good grades, go to a tertiary education, get your diploma, get your degree, work in a job, work for the 40 years, retire on pension, retire, get paid off your pension, retire somewhere. That could have maybe worked 50 years ago or something, or whenever it started. That could have worked then, but it doesn't work today. I mean, I've learned that you better off going into a job. Almost like job shadowing, going into a job, learning as you're going along. You'll get more experience than someone who's studying it. Obviously, if you're trying to be in a sort of if you're trying to be a doctor, you need to go study that. You need to know exactly everything. There's certain things you must study, certain crafts you have to study, But then again, a lot of the time, doctors also do internships. But there is a lot of theoretical information that you need to have, then to do some sort of internship, and then from there, be able to become a doctor. I mean, same with being a judge. There's a lot of law you have to know. There's a lot of other things that go into it. It's not just, oh, I can show up and job shadow someone who's doing it. But a lot of everything else. It's just, you better learning as you're going along. And so I just feel that these things, so we get pushed into a lot of these things, and so a lot of us have pain, a lot of us have pain, and a lot of us are addicts, whether it's coffee, whether it's cheeseburgers, whether it's drugs, whether it's whatever, whether it's any sort of addiction. We all have these things, and everybody's always trying to judge the next person. Oh, but you do this. I know you do this. I heard you do all these things when you're going out and stuff. They're just trying to make, it's like that whole thing in the Bible even. The splinter in my eyes for the log in your eyes. Why don't you get the log out of your eyes before you worry about the splinter in mine? It's that same type of thing. Everybody's trying to, like, don't look at me. I'm doing better than you think. Just be honest. Why can't we all just be honest at the end of the day? We're all struggling with everything. And something I've even learned, and I've told this to people, and they're like, oh, dude, you're crazy. How can you think like that? I simply said, life is suffering and then a quick death, and being happy is certain moments within that. But life is tough, and that's what makes it beautiful. Like, the struggle is good, I'm gonna be struggling doing these videos. I'm not getting paid to do any of this. I'm just doing it because this is how I can broadcast myself to the world, because I've got a lot to say. And so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm doing now. And a lot of these older people tell you, that's not sustainable. They only saying that because they couldn't do it. They can't do it. And so to any person out there suffering from addiction, suffering from being told you can't do this and you can't do that, you can do whatever you want. Put your mind to it. If you have a good feeling about something and you're not just doing it to try fit in or anything, and you really believe in yourself, you can achieve it. Not like this is some self-help book thing, because like I said from the beginning, I'm not trying to do that at all. I'm just beaming my consciousness through the ultralight beams. And so that's going to be my episode for today, a bit shorter than the rest. This is a celebratory episode, and just like I still believe I won that fight, even though they said it was a draw. This is my moment. This is my moment, and I'm just having fun with it. So to all those people who subscribe, thank you so much. Keep watching. Hit that bell, boom, for those notifications. Get it first, because get it while it's hot. And this was another episode of the All Mikey Show. I've done another one. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. I am out. 10, baby.